Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here for another Love is Blind season 9 review, but we are on episode 3. That's as far as we've gone, y'all. So definitely don't drop any spoilers down in the comment. But I got a couple of riddles for you guys. We're going to reveal the answers as I go through this video. But I got triggered. I got triggered on this episode a couple of times. And I got a couple of riddles. And I want y'all to translate my riddles for me. The first one was when I saw this picture right here. What do y'all think I'm saying when I saw this picture? Let me give you the letters. GYSOTMFC. That's what I'm saying in my head. Let me know what y'all think I'm saying down in the comments. The next one was when I saw this. I got triggered again. What do you think I'm saying when I say SRITDH? What am I saying to both, what's his name? Nick and Edmund. And we're going to get to the answers. But first, we're going to start with where the show started off, which was Annie ghosting Patrick. Yep, she ghosted him. I was wondering what happened to Annie. Is she coming back? No, she ain't coming back. She's long gone. Patrick is on the couch in the fetal position. Can't believe she left. Didn't say goodbye. Didn't say anything. Then next thing you know, we also hear Blake saying, well, he might as well go home too. And therefore, surely thereafter, he went home too. He ghosted Sparkle Megan and left her hanging on the couch as well. They both went home. Did Blake and Anna hook up outside of this show? I'ma really need to know in the reunion that once Anna went home, did Blake run after her? I want to know the truth. And I also want to know why Anna went home. Because, like I said, last week she was doing a hard sale on Patrick. The young ladies in the pod say she was overwhelmed. I think she kind of got overwhelmed lying to her parents. She said she never did tell her parents the truth. And maybe it just overtook her. I don't know. I'm not going to keep speculating, but they're gone. They're absolutely gone. So Patrick said, once he found out Blake was gone, he was happy. He was ready to go head over there and pivot to Casey, who was his number 2. And he's like, logically, Casey makes sense. She comes from an interracial family. I'm also insecure about my Asian roots, so maybe she'll accept me. When the producers were asking him, well, what do you have in common with Casey? He said, I don't know. I have to think about it. I can't remember. This man just want to go home with someone. He just wants to go home with someone. And, but he's saying because she has a history of her family dating interracial people, and who knows, maybe Casey's interracial because all that tanning she got going on, and it looks like she got lip injections too. Maybe she's trying to be a black woman or a Creole. I don't know. One of the two. So, Patrick, I know you used to dating white women, but you may be getting a little bit of a white woman, a little bit of a black woman. I don't know, because Casey got a lot of tanning going on. A lot of tanning. And when Patrick was telling Mike that he's going to pivot to his number 2, Casey, Mike went into what I say is his asshole persona. Mike's an asshole. I'm going to tell you that right now. He went on to talk about why I don't like Casey. And Patrick had to say, you know what? I don't want to hear all this. I do not want to hear all this. I don't know why Mike didn't just be quiet. But all the men told Patrick, yeah, forget about Anna, because who wants to F with they twin? And Patrick's like, yeah. Like I said last week, it's something about people who, like they just said, they don't want to sleep with a twin. And maybe that was the vibe that they're saying Patrick and Anna had. I don't know. We don't know the whole truth of why she went home, and we don't know why Blake went home. But they're gone. They're gone. So Patrick went over there and pivoted to Casey. And Casey was running around talking about the boys in high school didn't really like her, but they gonna like her now because what she's saying is now I'm hot. Now I'm hot. And then all of a sudden Patrick starts talking about how, yeah, people tell him he's the good looking Asian. So they just hot for each other now. Will they say yes to each other? I'm predicting that these two want to connect with someone so badly on this show that they're going to go off and be a couple. That's what I'm predicting. Now the question is going to be that once we get rid of all this fear that Patrick is carrying around about being an Asian and being rejected, and Casey running around tanning with lip injections trying to be a black woman, when they show up as their authentic selves when they meet, the question will be, can these two get along? Can they get along? I'm going to hold out hope. I really am, that they'll get along. I'm trying to have some hope this season because honestly, y'all, there are no runaway couples that I feel really, really good about. And y'all know I love love. So I'm hoping we get a couple. I really, really am. But Patrick is scared, 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 scared. So the sooner that they can reveal each other, the sooner they can get each other's presence and make each other feel comfortable, I think then we'll be able to see if these two actually have enough in common to be able to make it going forward. But the first thing I want to reveal is my first riddle. Remember, it was this picture that set me off. And I said, GYSOTMFC. Y'all got your answers? Do you have your answers? Lock in your final answer, and I'm going to reveal it. And what I'm saying in this right here is get your shoes off the MF couch. Y'all know what MF means. It's a curse word. It's two curse words. This triggered me. And let me tell you, the minute I saw this man, Nick, with his dirty shoes on that couch, I said, he's a liar and he's selfish and he's not used to nice things. That's what I said. You know, back in the day before I was married and I was dating, I was riding in the car with a man and he threw some trash out the car window. It's the last time I talked to him. You know, you can tell a lot about people by the way that they treat other people's things and the way they move. And one thing I knew about Nick, when he had his dirty old flip-flop sandals on that white couch, I said, he's a liar and he's selfish and he don't care about anyone else but himself. And sure enough, as we see him in this episode, right, up there with Annie, right, talking about, Annie, I'm going to protect you. Annie, I'm going to look out for you. And Annie, you my girl. You my lady. I'm going to be there for you, right? When you leave from here, Annie, I want you to think of me because I'm thinking of you, right? And I'm a horn dog. And I'm going to be a real man. And then next thing you know, he's in the same pod with Kate talking about I love you and I let me fight for you and I'm going to fight for you. Lies on top of lies on top of lies. Nick just wants to be chosen too. And I'm going to go another step further with Nick. I wouldn't be surprised if Nick is part of the alphabet LGBTQA community. He may be fluid. He may be something that's defined by one of those letters. Like I said, I had letters. My letters were GYSOTMFC. And I wouldn't be surprised if Nick is part of another community of letters. LGBTQAIA. I know it's a whole lot of letters because let me tell you something. When he starts saying things like, good night, girlfriend, you my baby boo, men don't say that. Straight men do not say that. And all this talk about, I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to be a man for you. I'm going to do this for you. Why are you talking so much about being a man? I see you a man. Or are you trying to tell me something else? Are you trying to tell me other people didn't call you manly enough? And so you want to make sure now here today, I'm convinced you're going to be this strong man. Don't like Nick. Don't trust him. He's a liar. right? And although he's up here telling Kate that he loves her, I don't know who he's going to choose. Is he going to choose Kate or is he going to choose Annie? Which was he going to choose? Sound like he's going to choose Kate because that's the one that he said, I love you. Well, whoever he chooses, Kate, it's not going to last. Sorry to tell you. It's not going to last because Nick is a liar. He is a liar. So good luck. Good luck to you on that. We did get to see the reveal between Madison and Joe. And let me tell you, he did not like her looks. He lied too. When he came out and said, oh, you look gorgeous, I didn't believe it. When he was freaking out over her looks and she said, am I your type? Do I look like your type? And he was like, oh, well, I have a variety. I have a variety. And then she said he had all of this nervous boy energy, which he did, which I said I saw it in the pods. Like I said, I don't believe that Joe is emotionally mature enough for what he's in right now. And what he said was he does feel good, but he said it just feels good to feel good, right? And then what he said was, at the very end, I don't know if y'all heard it, was that love must be blind because she is not a person I would ever go for. So you see, he lied to her. When she asked, am I your type? She said, I go out with a variety of people. That was not truthful. So she is not normally the type of woman that he likes. So I believe he's going to have a struggle with her looks. I do. I haven't seen the FR episodes, but we will have to see. Are y'all ready for the next set, the next riddle? The next riddle was when I saw this right here. When I saw this. And I said, SRITDH. That's what I said. When Edmund, AKA Sha'Carri Richardson, was in this living room running up and down, and then he was in the hallway of the pods jumping up and down, what I screamed out to Edmund was, SRITDH. Stop running in this damn house. Sit down, boy. Sit down. That's what I said. This energy, it's a lot. It's a lot. He and KB are engaged. He said, will you marry me? And she said, yes. She read him a whole poem, a very, very, very lovely poem that KB wrote and expressed. And I know I talked a lot about Edmund's wounds. You can see him all over him. A walking wounded man, walking wounded. And let me tell you, KB, although KB believes that she's really strong and she's walking wounded too, you can see her wounds written all over her. Here's the thing about KB. KB is running around saying that she typically wants an alpha male, even though she says she's an alpha female. And the reason why she's saying she wants an alpha male is because what she told Edmund was when times are hard, she says, I know I can do it. I know I can be strong and rise to the occasion, but I need to be able to let my guard down. And I need to be able to know that you'll be able to handle things when things get tough. So I want a strong man, right? And this is what she asked Edmund, can he be? And Edmund lied and said, yeah, I can hold it all together. No, he can't. No, he can't. He's not going to be able to handle it all by himself. Like I said, he's having a hard time handling all the energy that's inside of him. How is he going to take on all his energy, his out of control emotions, and then relieve you of your emotions when the time you might be worried or you might have anxiety? He can't take it on. He's on full. He's already on full. He ain't gonna have no capacity for your worries, KB. But here's the thing, KB. Even though I don't believe she should be with Edmund, and you know what? I hope I'm wrong because I love. I hope it works out, but I don't feel like I'm wrong. But here's the thing, KB, you don't need an alpha male. You know why? You actually need a man who is very more empathetic, and maybe you might call a bit more softer, because you are fragile. You are very fragile. You don't need this man who's going to be strong and maybe not consider your emotions, because he will run over your emotions, and your emotions are fragile. You actually need a man who is going to be tenderhearted to your emotions. KB is out here looking for the wrong man. She's looking for the wrong man personality wise. And I believe she's overcompensating, like I said in my last video, for the lack of her father in her life. She is equating certain behavior to men by which she wished she had from her father. And one of them is this area of protection. And I think she's looking for protection in the wrong way. She's looking for physical protection. And I think what she probably needs to look for is actually emotional protection. And in that, she needs an empathetic man. KB is probably running around looking for some strong, buffed alpha male. And really what she needs is a more healed version of Edmund, right? Where he might be more tenderhearted and he would care for her heart more. You see, that's what I think. We didn't get to see them meet each other. We didn't get to see the reveal. So we'll have to see if they like each other physically. I'm sure that Edmund will love KB physically. He gonna like her body. He gonna like her curves. He gonna like her booty. He gonna like everything. What I'm worried about KB is because of what I think she's looking for. Will she like Edmund's slender, slim stature? And then when she sees all the chaoticness around him, will she feel safe with him? And that's what I'm worried about. That is actually what I'm worried about. Right now, she's drawn to talking about how she's going to love him in a way he's never been loved. But what about the way you need to be loved, KB? Can he love you the way you've never been loved? You see, KB's looking for all the wrong things. I can see why she hasn't met her match out here in the world, because she's dating wrong. We'll see Edmund. We'll see Edmund, aka Sha'Carri Richardson. But until then, like I said, stop running in this damn house and go sit down. Then we got to move on to Mike and Sparkle Megan, whereby she ain't sparkling so much now that she's been ghosted by Blake. She had Blake as her number one, but obviously Blake did not have her as the number one. And like I said, my viewpoint of Mike is he's an asshole. He does a lot of things that I think are inconsiderate. One is having hot tub sessions with an ex-girlfriend that has a boyfriend. Next thing, talking about Casey, talking badly about Casey in front of Patrick when he knows Patrick really was trying to, maybe move forward with Casey. I don't like the way he made fun of Jordan. You see, Jordan and Mike both like Sparkle Megan, but let me tell you the difference. Mike believes that he has a leg up on Jordan because Jordan has admitted that he basically doesn't have any money to be able to satisfy the lifestyle that Megan wants. But he's lying to her. He's running around talking about, I'm a humble man. I drive a 2013 Kia Forte, but I can change. I can be a different person. No, you can't. How all of a sudden are you going to get the kind of money that Megan wants? Megan is materialistic. That's a big part of her life, period. Why you think her name is Sparkle? You think her name is Sparkle because she wants to sparkle with cubic zirconia? No, she wants to sparkle with diamonds. And Jordan, you just said that you got your hands full caring for your son, period, and point blank. You see, Jordan said that he's willing to reverse a vasectomy. He said he is willing to go out on fancy dates and merge into a Sparkle Megan's life, even though he ain't got no money, right? He's willing to do all these things. And he's also saying that he don't want to argue, fuss, or fight because when he goes to his job, none of the men complain about their wives. What the hell are you talking about, Jordan? Who goes to work and sits at work talking negative about their spouses, and then all of a sudden you believe that means they don't argue at home. Jordan is not ready for marriage. He just said that the relationship with his ex was so toxic that he went and got a whole vasectomy. Woo! That must be a toxic relationship when you decide that as a result of it, you're willing to cut off the entire baby making factory. Jordan is telling Sparkle Megan anything she wants to hear. And Megan is sitting over here on the fence because she can't decide, does she want to continue on the path that she normally is by dating a career-oriented man like Mike, who says, I want you at home cooking and cleaning, even though Megan says that she is strong, independent, loves making money, loves killing in the business world. You don't even go with Mike. That's why you don't get along with those men, because it's not your personality. But yet, she doesn't want to be with a man like Jordan because Jordan can't afford to go to Lake Como. Jordan can't even afford to be 50-50, right? And how is that going to look, Megan, when you bring Jordan to Lake Como for your friend's wedding? Are you going to be embarrassed of him because he doesn't make enough money? Megan needs to figure out who she wants to be. You see, Megan needs to pull a page out of the book of who was that couple on Married at First Sight last season? David and Madison. Madison was the money maker. She didn't have a problem with it. She knew she wanted to make money. She knew she wanted to be the career woman. She knew she wanted to be top dog. She knew she wanted the man to follow her wherever her career taked her. That's what she wanted, and she leaned into it. And then David was able to lean into what he does best, being the empathetic person, maybe being a house husband possibly. But Megan wants both worlds. She wants to have the flexibility to be a stay-at-home wife and be soft, but she don't want to necessarily be cooking and cleaning, but then she wants to be able to call shots to make all the money. Hey, girl, you better figure out which one you want most. Because the reason why you got to figure out which one you want most is because that's going to determine the guy that you're with. And let me tell you right now, Mike is not going to take a back seat to you. He's not. So are you willing to take a back seat to Mike? That's what you need to ask yourself. But if you're not, and you want to be top dog, and you want to be Sparkle Megan, and you want to go out there and earn money and kill in the business world and call the shots, which is what you like to do, like I said, you may need to get a page out of Madison and David's book and lean into it. They show a lot of Sparkle Megan. I mean, they were all over this episode. And to be honest with you, I don't even think Mike is gonna like Sparkle Megan's looks. I don't. I know she thinks she's the top 10% in looks. I don't think she is. And Mike is such an asshole. With all that flat chestedness of Megan, he would be the asshole to tell Megan that she needs to get a breast implant. He's that shallow. Because all he talks about is nutrition is important. I need you to work out. I need you to be slim. I want to have healthy kids. I want to have this. This is just all code for I don't want no overweight woman. He's materialistic. He's shallow. I don't know who Megan's going to go with, but I tell you this. If she doesn't quickly choose Mike, I believe in my head, Mike will cut her off. Mike right now is competitive. He wants to win because he doesn't even see Jordan as a threat. He's like, what woman would choose broke Jordan over me? He doesn't feel like he's in competition. His ego is so strong that in one way I feel like he's going to try to win Megan, but if he does win her and she says yes to him, he won't like her during the reveal. I don't think so. And the other part of me kind of feels like if he tries to feel that Megan doesn't know for sure to pick him, he will eliminate himself because he says, I'm not going to compete with no broke Jordan. His ego won't even let that happen. So I don't know. We'll have to see what happens along the way, y'all. I'm only on episode 3 and I'm headed down to episode 4. But that's all I got, y'all. I will talk to you later. See you soon. Bye.